Hello folks! Welcome to the PolyChampions YouTube. This is a live recording from the Bullet Tournament. Today you'll see how getting an early explorer with Cymanti on tiny maps gives a huge advantage. Not just in seeing a safe place to move your Shaman, but also getting 3 stars and a jump on the riding tech. Then stick around for a post-game recap by the winner at the end. Let's dive in. So the standard opening is usually you move the Shaman, you get the fungus, and then next turn you get a warrior, boost a warrior.
Well, what Icy can do is he can move his Shaman, get a warrior, and get a sport because he has the skip turn because he's the host.
But what do you think about moving your Shaman towards the middle of the map? I think that's risky.
Yeah, I think Tiny, like the first move isn't that risky. Like what he's done isn't that risky because you still have quite a bit of distance, and now he knows exactly what is up. So that's an advantage. I think he's just gonna go for early hexapods and try to snipe his city. It is risky to do if you don't get an explorer, but because he got the explorer, he now knows that his Shaman is safe to move down there, so that's what he did.
Yeah, that is kind of a trade-off, going for the explorer, but yeah, now he knows his Shaman is safe. I wonder if he's going to use his Shaman to get that village.
I think he should. Like, he can defend or anything, but he doesn't need that. Well, he might get the hexapod and boost it, or he doesn't, and he's just going to move it towards his Shaman. Well, he can just kill the warrior whenever it comes close. He doesn't have to do anything right now. And the warrior's not even approaching, so he can get another hexapod on his capital. And he knows that he can because Icy did not get a explorer on his capital, so he can just get more hexapods because he knows for certain that Icy does not have vision on him. And now he can kill that warrior and bounce his hexapod onto that city in the far east. If he boosts the hexapod, which he's gonna do. So he can kill the warrior and bounce into that city. And I think it's basically over by then because Icy cannot really do anything. Like, he can boost the hexapod. I think that was a mistake. What I think Finite should have done was move the hexapod in a way so that he could attack the capital if he wanted to. Because now Icy can move his hexapod next to his Shaman, boost it, and then kill that hexapod. Well, whatever is the case, I think this is an interesting position.
Wait, so you think
has the advantage.
You think he could have moved his hexapod to siege?
He could have moved it like closer to him, but now that I think about it, I don't think that was a good idea. I think this was the best idea because he can move his Shaman towards his hexapod, or he can do that. He's just moving it very safely. I don't know what he's doing, but what he's doing is a good idea because he's gonna get the ruin. And he can also kill that. No, he cannot kill it. No, he can get the ruin, and after he gets the ruin, I don't think that. Wait, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't play Cymanti enough anymore.
It's alright. I'm curious what he's gonna get from the ruin.
I think he should move one of the hexapods into a way that he can siege the capital. Like, if he moves the capital Finite has on his south city to northeast of his Shaman, he can boost it, and attack the hexapod that Icy has on his capital.
Yeah,
Why
Finite
did he do
hasn't
that?
done much boosting yet.
He hasn't been boosting now.
I mean, he's just moving his shaman, I guess, to get in position for boosting, but he was going for, hunting.
Now he doesn't really have to boost yet because he isn't really threatened by it, and he can reach all of his cities with hexapods, so he doesn't have to boost anything right now. So he's just getting things into better positions to be able to boost them
But now
later
he
on.
did. Now he has 2 boosted.
Yeah, and he can use the hexapod northeast of his shaman, which Icy cannot see, as an offensive unit. So if Icy moves his first hexapod off of that city, then he could kill it if he can get the hexapod. Like, if he leaves his capital open a bit, he should be able to kill it. If that's the only hexapod and he doesn't make a new one on his capital, which I doubt, he should be able to kill him, but he might try and get the what's it called, the centipede. He's looking at it, I think. He can unsiege for now,
Yeah,
but
he can unsiege
he might not be able to unsiege in a bit.
He can unsiege because he can make a boosted hexapod and take it back. But it's very aggressive to siege that capital.
Yeah, but what he's basically doing is he's guaranteeing that Icy has to unsiege, so he can basically do whatever he wants with the rest of his hexapods this turn. He literally has free reign over the map because Icy has to unsiege, because otherwise he just loses the game. So Finite's gonna win this game just purely because he's putting that constant pressure on Icy and basically dictating what Icy's units have to do, so that, like, he kills the units so that they cannot do anything else on the map. So he has to use the units to unsiege his capital, and then Finite, he can just kill everything and do whatever he wants with the Axis units.
I notice a lot of times with Polytopia, once you start playing defense, you've lost the game. Like, if you can just force your opponent to play defense instead of what they wanted to do, you're already in a winning position. Like, that's it.
Yeah, because they have plans on what they want to do, and if you make it so that they cannot act on those plans, and instead they have to just fend you off every time, then you're just winning. And now Finite wins the game because he can kill the hexapod, the shaman, and the hexapod in his capital. Because the shaman only has 1 defense. And Finite's just 1. Yeah, if he made a warrior, he would have been able to survive for 1 turn longer, but that game was just done.
Tell us what you thought about that game with Cymanti.
On Tiny Map, Explorer's really good on Cymanti from Capital. Like, really good.
Yeah, we thought that was kind of a risky...
one-shot everybody if you hit him first, and you can, yeah. Unfortunately, Icy didn't have any villages. That was also a, big part of it. But Explorer from Capital on Tiny Map, try it out.
Yeah, we saw that, because a lot of times you get a workshop in your capital, but with this, you used Explorer and you can see where the Shaman is, and you knew that your because we thought you moving your Shaman to the middle of the map was kind of risky.
Not if I see everything he's doing, you know what I mean?
Right, and that's why using that Explorer early, gave you that safety that you're like, okay, I know I can move my Shaman there and it's not at risk.
Yep, and I can watch exactly where his warrior going, get the 1 shot off him, you know what I mean, with the boost. You can pretty much see everything where they is. Like, you can get all the... You just control... You're able to control the game and control it so much with that Explorer vision. And you get the 3-star boost, which lets you get riding a turn earlier on Cymanti, which is, like, super big early game. Like, hexapods on... Or is it turn 2 or something? Yeah, really strong. And they have just the 1, their capital. So any 1-for-1 trade is a good trade for me, just like automatically, right? I can make more units than them. They only have 1 city of star production. So from the start, it's just like a good trade for me. I trade a hex for a hex and seize their capital. Secondly, that helps me put them in a checkmate position, because with the vision, I'm able to know exactly pretty much where all their units are. So I knew at that point when I sieged his capital, he had just his shaman and the one hexapod left, I think. So he's forced to use the hexapod to unsiege. I could bring my other boys up, and it's like in chess, putting him in checkmate.
Yeah, I think the chess analogy works beautifully there. It totally makes sense. Yep.
I think you noticed one thing I want to point out in the East Village. I could have captured the village, but then I would have lost it. So I had to move off the village. If he had gotten that village from me, you saw me moving off it like 2 times in a row because I knew his hexapod was about to try to attack me. If he had gotten that, if I didn't do that, then the game could have been quite different, actually, because he would have had 2 villages. He would definitely have had a chance.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes it's, deciding when to go after a village is very important. Yep.
Yeah, Cymanti mirrors just get wacky on Tiny. And if you notice, if you play a live game sometimes, just random live games, there's a lot of people who play Cymanti Tiny map, either drylands or continents. Well, I always pick first them at Umaji, every time, Umaji. It's the only one that has a okay chance.
Interesting. If you get Cymanti, they just beat you because they have the first move.
On the tiny continents, you take Explorer from Capital, and then you have your boosted hexapods coming in starting turn 2. Like, literally no tribe can do anything against that. Because you don't have riders yet on turn 2, you don't have roads yet. Like, boosted hexapods are just really hard to beat in those first couple turns.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. If you're interested in other games, click the ones on the screen or in the links description. Join the PolyChampions Discord server. The link is also in the description. Take care. See you in the next one.